Hey everyone, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm gonna dive into file recovery. We will test how to recover a permanently deleted file on both Windows and Kali Linux. And I also show you how how the recovery process changes depending on whether you're using an HDD or an SSD. So let's get started. So when you delete a file, your system doesn't actually wipe it right away. So it doesn't like get deleted, like removed from your computer, so it doesn't exist anymore. It just makes the space where this file was it makes the space where this file was located as available, meaning that the data is still there until it's overwritten. Now, as you guys might know, on Linux, so first I will start with Linux. So you can use a command and the command is rm, which stands for remove, and you say rm and specify a file name after it. And the rm command, it does not erase the data. It simply removes the reference to the file from the file system directory. The actual contents of the file, or you can think of them as data blocks on the disk, they are left untouched for now. Think of it like this. You're removing a book's entry from your library catalog, but the book is still sitting on the shelf. That's the closest example I can uh, think of. Most Kali systems use ext4, sometimes ext3, and these file systems do not immediately wipe data when a file is deleted. Yeah, instead they mark the blocks as free, so future files can overwrite them. And why is recovery possible? Because as long as the deleted data blocks haven't been overwritten by a new file, you can recover them. And there are tools for this thing. However, what would make the recovery harder or impossible? Well, one thing is, if the file system was mounted with certain flags like discard, it may automatically zero out deleted files. Another one is writing new files after deletion increases the risk of overwriting recoverable data. And on encrypted file systems, deletion often results in actual data loss unless recovery keys are available. Now, let's get started with an actual example. First, I will delete a file and then I will use a recovery tool just to show you guys that I can recover the file back. And then I will use another tool to permanently delete it. So let's get into it. Okay, so now, first of all, I'm gonna open my terminal and I will check if the tool that recovers the file is on my system. So for that, you guys will have to type foremost.h. And if you get this output, this response back, then foremost is installed. Otherwise, you guys will need to do sudo apt install foremost and run this, and yeah, it's gonna be installed in your system. Now, uh, let's get. I will go to my trash, and here I have this QR code that I uh, did on another video where I explained how to create super strong passwords and also generate a QR code to display those passwords. And I'm just going to delete this image, this .png. Are you sure you permanently delete this? Well, it's not going to be deleted permanently because I'm going to be able to retrieve it back. So now I'm going to open the terminal and I will show you guys the tool that we will be using to create, or sorry, to get back the PNG that I deleted. So the tool is called Foremost, and if you guys want to check if it's already existing in your system, you just type this, and if you get this output, then yeah, you're ready to go. Otherwise, just install it by doing this and press enter, and you will have it installed. The next step is to list the disks that are available on our system so we know from where we want to retrieve the deleted files. And to do that, we just go sudo fdisk-l. And as you can see here, this is my only available one. So I'm going to look through my device for the file that I deleted. And to do that, I will need to type the following. After /d, you specify the extension of the file that you're looking for. So for example, PNG, JPEG, uh, PDF, anything. But if you guys want to retrieve everything, I guess you can just say all and you'll be ready to go. But I'm just gonna go PNG to save time. Then .v after /i, you are going to specify the device that you want to look into. So for me, it's this one here. And then here I'm going to specify where I want the output to be saved. So it's going to be on my desktop on this file. And for some reason, when I tried it without sudo, like nothing happens, but when I include sudo, it works. So it might just be my device, but I don't know. So I just include sudo every time. So let's look at it. Okay, so it's starting. Yep, it's retrieving back PNGs that I have deleted. And in order to save like recording time, I'm just going to skip through this and just show you the results after this is done because it's going to take a long time. So I will catch you guys back after this whole thing is done. So now the process is done, and as you guys can see here, there are 54,000 files extracted. So basically, there are 54,000 PNGs that are recovered. So what I did, if you guys want to see, there is this recover here that was created, and this has this lock. So I went to desktop, changed my directory, and I tried to access recover, but because of the lock, I had to switch to root, and then sudo su it allowed me to switch to root into this directory, and then I was able to go into recover. So I went to the recover folder. I pressed ls to see what's inside, and inside there's an audit text and a png folder. When I went to cd.png, so I went into the folder directory and I typed ls. As you guys can see, there is an abundance of PNGs. There is like an infinite amount of them. There's so much. Like no matter how much I might scroll, there's no end. However, to I had to go through all of, well, not all of them, because I just wrote a command that allowed me to retrieve 20 of the largest like PNGs, the largest size of PNGs, and I found the QR code is this PNG over here. So if I'm so first of all, just to show you that it exists, so if I press tab over here, you guys can see that these are the following file, or I guess PNGs that exist, and there is my PNG. So if I'm to run this, if I'm to press enter, look at it, my QR code, the one that I deleted, and I can just yep, I can just save a copy of this image, and I will save this into, oh sorry guys, it's stuck. I will just save this to the uh yeah, I guess to the desktop. And yeah, that's pretty much about it, how to recover the a file that you deleted. Now I will go into how to permanently delete this file so it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so as you guys can see, I managed to pull the image that we retrieved from the foremost tool, and I brought it here on the desktop. So in order to like permanently delete it, so like there's no way, even if you use like a recovery tool, it's going to be nearly impossible to retrieve the file back. you will need to use this other tool called shred. So for people, so if, first of all, if you want to know if you have it installed in your in your system, you just need to type shred and help. And if you get this back, then that means that the tool is installed. Otherwise, if it is not installed, you just need to type sudo apt install secure delete and press enter, and you will be good. Now, in order to actually delete the file, we are going to type the following command: sudo shred -n. So what does n do? So if we go up here, you can see that n overrides n times instead of the default one. So the file that we give it give to this tool, it's going to be overwritten 5 times, or you can do it 6. It doesn't really matter. Then -v for verbose, -u. The U is what we use to remove the file. So if you just, I guess, if you just specify -n and -verbose and specify the file, then the file will be overwritten. However, it's not going to be deleted unless you specify -u. And then we have -set, which adds a final override with zeros to hide the shredding. And I would recommend is also include this, the -f, because this forces the file to be deleted even if you don't have permission. And finally, you just specify the name of the file. But for that, I will need to grab the name, which is this here. So it is 8.8.019.019 and 68.68.png. Oh, sorry. Yep, that's right. I will need to go to the desktop because that's where the file is. So let's try it again. Yep, and it worked. So, as you guys can see here, so we specified -n6. So it went and it did it 6 times. It basically overwrote this file 6 times. And then, yeah, finally it was removed down here. I know that it says removing, I don't know why, but the /z here is displayed here at the end, or I guess it's displayed here. And yeah, this file will, apart from being deleted, so it's not even in the trash. Yeah, so apart from being deleted, you, even if we were to use the foremost, you won't be able to find it back. But even if you do, even like if you're like so good at OSINT, it will be overwritten with random stuff, so you won't get like the content of the file back. And yeah, that was pretty much it about Kali Linux. So now I will jump onto my Windows machine and explain how the like file recovery thing works over there. So here we are in our Windows machine, uh, and here, so I guess Windows is a bit different from Kali Linux because you could either have an hard disk drive or a solid state disk. And here's the difference. So when it comes to, I guess, detecting files, so their data remains on the disk until it's overwritten. That's so hard disk drive. As for the solid state disk, so the data here is erased with trim enabled. So there is this option here, which I think maybe like modern computers nowadays have it enabled, but you might not. So I will show you how to enable it in SSD. And what this option does is, let's say you delete a file, and that before deleting it, actually it goes to the like trash folder, and then you go there and then delete it over there. It still exists unless this trim is enabled. If this is enabled, then yeah, I don't think that like it will be extremely hard to retrieve the data back if this is enabled. But with HDD, you will have to use a software in order to uh, delete the file and not be able to get it back. Otherwise, it's over there, and it's going to stay there until the data is overwritten. So, without further ado, first of all, I have so yeah, I have this PDF called Hey There, and as you can see, there's nothing much in it, just Hey There. So I'm going to delete this PDF, and I'm going to use a tool in order to retrieve it back. The tool that I'm going to use, I'm gonna download it from the Microsoft Store. So if you guys go over there and search Windows File Recovery, just download this over here, and we will be good to go. So now I'm going to delete some PDF files that I had over here at the recycle bin. And after that, I'm just going to run the Windows file recovery that we downloaded. So here you go. I just deleted some more PDF files. And now if I go to the Windows file recovery tool, we will need to type the following. So fr, we will need to specify the driver that had the files that we want to search. Then we also want to specify the driver that we want to save the recovered files. And then we want to filter. So I want all the PDF files. And let's see what happens. It's going to take some time. So I'm going to get back when this has something new for me to do. As you can see, it's asking me to continue. And if I press Y, it's going to scan. And after doing so, it's going to recover the files that it finds, which it did find 4, and then press Y again to view the recovered files. So as you can see here, we have also a recovery log. And let's see what it says. There is a total of 4 recovered files, and none of them are damaged, so let's just take a look at them. As you can see here, this is just a random PDF that I deleted. And yeah, so basically we recovered that successfully. And yeah, this was pretty much it. Now keep in mind that as you saw from the let me go back. As you saw from the recovery log, there is sometimes some files that are damaged and that won't open. So it's not like a 100% deal that will bring you back the files, the recovered files, like correctly. Now let's talk about deleting the file securely. So if you have a solid state disk or an SSD, and by the way, you can check the type that you have, whether you have an SSD or an HDD by going to the device manager and opening the disk drive subcategory. So if you go to the disk drives, and well, this is for my virtual machine, but you guys will either see like a hard disk or an SSD, and yeah, that will dictate what kind of drive you have. You can have both, or don't get me wrong. So after dictating that, let's go over the SSD one first. You will need to open the command prompt, and after that, you will need to type the following in order to check uh, if oh well, so you will need to type the following in order to check if the trim option is enabled in SSD. So it is fs And if you get both of these as 0, then you're good. But if you had any of them as 1, then you will need to, I guess, yeah, you will need to make them 0. And the way to do that is the same, I guess, the same code, yeah, no, sorry, the same command that you had over here. You will need to change query for set, and over here you will need to include 0. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That would set it. Well, access is denied because I'm not running it as administrator, but you would need to. Anyway, you get the point. So just set, disable, delete, notify 0, and then trim is the option trim is activated, or enabled rather. And now you can just delete the files from recycle bin, and they won't be easily recovered. And finally, let's talk about how to delete files securely through HDDD, or if you have an HDDD, how to delete them so they are not easily recoverable or even recoverable at all. So to do that, we will need to download Eraser. So just go to Eraser, go to the download, and then just click the latest one and wait for it to download. After it being downloaded, I will show you guys how to set it up, even though it's pretty straightforward. So here it is. So it downloaded, and now we are installing it. So this is the setup. So just click next, accept the terms, click next again, choose the typical one, and just install and wait for it to be installed. And I will get back at you guys after it's installed. After Eraser is installed, the next thing that you should do is open your file explorer and select the file that you want to erase, right click on it, and then as you can see there is the eraser option. I will choose erase, but you can also play with secure move as well, but I will choose erase. And I will get an I will get some options that I can, I guess, choose between. As you guys can see here, you can select options, and you can task type, you can make it to run manually, immediately, on restart, or recurring. I'm just gonna leave the default options, and I'm gonna choose yes. And as you can see now, it is deleted, it's gone. So you cannot even find it on the recycle bin, and yeah, so eraser pretty much did its job. And yeah, this was pretty much it about this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys watching my videos, and if you have any questions about this, please let me know down below. Have an amazing day. Peace.